Hey guys, Darkster here with the DarksterMedia Entertainment Awards. I'm here with RevenantVerse and ZeGerman. Say hi, guys.
Do
Hello.
that. Hey,
They're going to be helping me out, basically deciding, the winners for each of these categories. And we were supposed to have Wannabe P here as well, but he seems to be busy. But I might talk to him later and see what he has to say, and maybe add his stuff in as well for each category. But our categories are. Should I tell them the categories now, or just go
I
through
think
it?
you should go over
yeah.
the categories,
All
and
right.
and then when we go to each category, we'll list out the nominees.
Okay, so we have TV show of the year, movie of the year, best MMO, best new MMO, best new multiplayer game, most anticipated game of 2014, and game of the year. Those are our categories, and we're gonna be starting. Do you guys have anything to add to this, by the way? Any words? Spectre Rev? No,
Um, I guess
no.
that Skyrim's probably gonna win every single section. Yeah.
I wish Skyrim was here. I think the
Yeah.
whole game of the year this year is pretty weak, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But we'll make do with what we have here. But anyways, Yazzie, you have anything to add? You good?
Nope, let's get going.
Okay, TV show of the year. Our nominees for TV show of the year are is Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, The Walking Dead, Mad Men, House of Cards, Suits, Arrow, and the following. Now we're gonna go from top to bottom, which is well, basically Rev, Z, and then me, and then yeah, we're gonna go from there. Rev, you first. Which one do you like the most?
Game of Thrones definitely. Yeah.
Why Game of Thrones? Give us an answer for that.
Cause well, there's dragons and blood and lots of head slaying and it's like Skyrim but better, sort of. No, Skyrim's still better, but it's pretty close. Yeah.
That's it, Z.
I'm gonna have to go with Game of Thrones as well. It was a tough call for me between Game of Thrones and House of Cards because I felt like House of Cards was also a good show this year, and being new this year, I almost went with it, but Game of Thrones is just so damn good that there's nowhere else you can really go.
Did I say House of Cards? I feel like I missed it.
Yes, you did.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah. So that's it. You're good with that?
Yeah, I mean, I still love House of Cards, but Game of Thrones is just the show, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, for me, I'm gonna say my top three. My top three are Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, and Walking Dead. Those are my for sure my top three. But my vote, you guys already won it because you both voted for it, so it doesn't matter what I vote for. But my vote is going for Breaking Bad because it is the series finale this year, which means Breaking Bad doesn't have a chance to win anymore. So it's like it ended this year. It's the final episode was shown, and as a series as a whole, I think it's absolutely excellent. It's one of my favorite TV shows of all time, if not my favorite TV show of all time. And the end of Walter White and everything was pretty excellent. That being said, Game of Thrones did win based on our votes here because of 2 versus 1. Fuck. I wish Wannabe was here. Wannabe wouldn't vote for Breaking Bad anyway. I'm pretty sure he would have voted for Game of Thrones too, so fuck. Anyways, yeah, Game of Thrones wins, but I highly fucking recommend Breaking Bad. It is one of the best shows I've ever seen in a long time. That being said, Game of Thrones is pretty excellent too. So Game of Thrones is the winner. You guys, anything else to add to that, or are you guys good?
Nope.
Nope.
No. Movie of the year. This one's a little bit of a weird category. No, it's not weird, but some of us haven't seen all the movies. There's two big movies that I personally haven't seen myself. Z caught up on a bunch of movies, but we're gonna do what we can here. That's pretty much what it is. But movies of the year or movie of the year is Thor: The Dark World. Is that what the name is? I don't know. The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. I don't know. Hunger Games: Catching Fire, Pacific Rim, Man of Steel, The Wolverine, Ender's Game, Kick-Ass 2, Star Trek Into Darkness, and Iron Man 3. Okay, Rev, kick it off.
Okay, I definitely think Hunger Games wins. Catching Fire,
Why?
hands down.
Why is that?
It was such a touching movie. Felt like I
What's
was there
can you
as I
can you tell us
watched
what it's
it.
about? Like, I don't think either of us know what it's
Um,
about.
Oh, wait, I know what
Z,
it's
you
about.
didn't.
You're
Okay,
the only
so
one who hasn't seen that movie, Darkster.
Am I really?
yeah,
Okay. Wow. So wait. Okay. No. Okay. Go. Explain, Rev. Just explain.
so basically it's similar to Battle Royale. Have you heard of that? That
Of course
movie,
I have. I watch
Japanese
anime,
movie.
Rev. Of course.
Okay. So you really watched it? Okay,
Yes, I
good.
watched it. I watched the
So
second movie too. I own
basically,
it,
it's
Rev. I
a
own them.
bunch of.
Physical copy.
Okay, are you done?
Still bragging, but you can
Okay,
go on.
good. So a bunch of children are basically placed in like a battlefield where they have to kill one another, and the last one standing is the winner, and they get their freedom. and the rest are killed off.
I thought that was
But
the first movie.
that was the first movie, but in the second one, the victors have to return, and they have to kill one another off.
Why? They already won. What the fuck?
They were annoyed that the two victors that won
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Clever use of
Basically.
mechanics. Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
Okay.
I respect that. That's well done. So that's what this movie
a cool
is.
way to go out.
Okay.
Z, go on.
You know, on mine, this was a hard one for me. I really did like Star Trek Into Darkness, but I'm gonna have to go with Iron Man 3.
Really? That's a surprising one. That's really surprising. Go on.
I already liked the Iron Man series, and I love Tony Stark, and I love Robert Downey Jr., one of my favorite actors. And I feel like they outdid themselves with the third one. I felt like it was the best of the three Iron Man movies. And I felt it was great the way he sort of, goes from being this badass, super high-tech Iron Man to being a guy who infiltrates a compound, on his own without his gear, just being a smart, badass douchebag. And, sort of that whole full circle that he had there was just awesome.
Okay, that's pretty good. Actually, Rev, do you have like a second place that you want to point out? Just like a recommendation or something on the list of anything you want to bring up?
No, yeah, definitely. Iron Man 3, if I watched it. Yeah.
Rev's not sure if he watched it or not. He thinks he has, but he's not sure.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you have like a second you want to add to that?
No, my second would be Star Trek Into Darkness. I thought it was very good. I thought it was better than the first Star Trek. And I just feel like the new Star Trek trilogy is just great. And they've done a great job with remaking it, but making it new. Not like, trying to redo what they used to do, which I think is always a good idea. But yeah.
For me, I'm not really sure here. This category is a little weird because I haven't seen The Hobbit or Hunger Games, and I want to, and I think they might get my vote. Like either one of those might possibly get my vote. Otherwise, but since I didn't see it, I might just go with Iron Man with Z because I really don't. I mean, those two seem like one of the big winner movies for me, and I haven't seen them. So based on what I've seen, I'm gonna vote for Iron Man 3. That being said, if I do happen to see Hunger Games or The Hobbit between then and my vote changes, I will change it in the description or on the screen or whatever by the time this video comes out. But as of right now, I'm also voting for Iron Man 3 for pretty much the same reasons that Z put out. So Iron Man 3 wins best movie of the year.
And don't you just love that end scene when you think he's sort of given everything up and he's wants to be a normal guy again, and then he says, "But I realized something. I am Iron Man."
Actually, they left a little. I didn't like the fact that he got rid of his prosthetic heart, though. That was something that I was like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, I was like, too. But they sort of left it open there at the end, like, you think they're done with the movies, that this is the end, and then he's like, "No, I'll always be Iron Man."
That's cool. Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark. They couldn't have cast a better person. Like he's not Robert Downey Jr. He's Tony Stark. Like.
Right, I agree. And he's always a phenomenal actor, but he's just outdone himself. I mean, really, coming out of his rehab into the original Iron Man role, the only role he could get, he made the series come alive. Because of that, they were able to do the Avengers. I mean, single-handedly, essentially him. And then he got all these other roles off of it. Yeah, Iron Man carried everything that he has done.
Quickly before we move on, is he your favorite Marvel superhero? Anyone got to add to that?
No. But are you proud of ruining
Probably.
the movie for me?
Probably.
Yeah, he's possibly my... no, he's not possibly. He's my favorite Marvel superhero. What about you, Rev? Your favorite Marvel superhero? Just shoot it out, real quick.
It's probably
Poison Ivy.
Fire Emblem.
Poison Ivy. All right, let's move on.
How about you just name someone from the Avengers?
How about you? Yeah, just name someone from the Avengers, Rev. You obviously don't know what Marvel is.
I guess it's Flash. Is Flash? Does Flash
count? That's DC.
No,
Rev.
that's DC.
Come on, that has to count.
Okay, well, DC...
All right, let's move on.
Okay, let's just... Yeah, okay, never mind. Oh my god, maybe you completely threw me off, Rev. God damn it.
You ruined the
next category, best MMO. And the nominees are Final Fantasy XIV Online, A Realm Reborn, World of Warcraft, I guess it's Mists of Pandaria? I don't know, whatever. Guild Wars 2, Terra Rising, Aeon, Firefall, and Rift. Take it away, Rev. Go for it, buddy.
think I'm gonna go Inspector Rev now because you ruined Iron Man 3 for me.
What are you talking about? It's your
Yeah.
fault for not. You don't even know if you watched it or not. You don't even know if you watched it.
Okay, fine. Best MMO, I will go with Terra.
Terra, really? Why?
Yeah, Terra. Cause
I admit we did have a lot of fun playing Terra.
It was so fluid. It was like Sword Art Online, but like on a screen.
Have you played it any time recently?
No, I haven't, sadly.
Yeah, it's kind of dead
but
now.
I probably would play it again.
Based on your memory, though, you do pick Terra.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. But explain more. Explain more for why you picked Terra.
Well, aside from the fact that there's Ellen in it,
Elin.
I just really like the way combat and the mechanics of the game work. Like swinging the sword.
All right.
It was so fluid, the way it swang in the air and hit its targets, unlike in WoW. Whereas in WoW, you're always missing, but you're hitting. Doesn't make much sense.
If you can pick a number 2, what would it be?
Number 2, I'd probably pick Final Fantasy 14.
Ah, disgusting. Okay,
only
go
because
on,
I'm a fan of the series. What? Okay.
Joking.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to pick World of Warcraft, and the reason for that here is because, Guild Wars 2 I feel like is a better MMORPG right now. However, I'm so put off by all the crappy content they've released over the last year. This sort of patch every 2 weeks thing is just killing them. They need to put out big patches every 6 months, not this 2-week crap where they release like, oh look, there's an election for the new Pirates Council, and these 2 people are running, and you complete bad quests to gather pins. I mean, it's crap. It's crap content. And the fact that they pass it off to me like I'm supposed to be happy about it has made me a sour taste in my mouth about that game. So for me, the World of Warcraft, throne has not been taken away yet. I feel like Terra, Ion, Rift, these are just dead games, and that's why it's hard for me to vote for them. If I had to pick a second, it would be Final Fantasy 14.
Okay, legitimate choice. Your choice actually screws up my choice a little bit because you're making me kind of change my opinion now. Because I kind of want to just give it to WoW to agree with you, so you can kind of give it that. But it's like I'm gonna vote for Guild Wars. I'm gonna give it to Guild Wars because it's still alive right now. They have proven themselves to be a game that can survive. Usually, and even Final Fantasy, I expect around this time next year, it's gonna be dead. And like I said, all these other games basically dead, but Guild Wars has surpassed its earmark. It is still thriving. People are still getting queued up to get into WVW. You're still getting lag in Lion's Arch because there's so many people there. Like, it's still a very active game, and I agree with you for it being like the second best like big game out right now. So I'm giving it to Guild Wars, and my second would be also World of Warcraft. Basically mine's the same as Z. I think it just flipped.
No, I gave my second to Final Fantasy.
Oh, you gave your second Final Fantasy. That's right. Okay. So yeah, my second would be World of Warcraft. My first would be Guild Wars. What does this mean, though? Who do we give it to? Because we all have
I
different...
think World of Warcraft wins because World of Warcraft got a first and a second.
No.
First and a second, you're right.
What would be our third best?
No, we got World of Warcraft
I'd
1.
go with Guild Wars 2.
Oh, really? Okay.
I won't accept that.
The hard one. My third best would be Rift. My third best would be Rift.
It doesn't matter what the third bests would be because...
1 and 2, I think, is a superior
1 and 2 trumps 2 and 2. So, yeah.
World of Warcraft, and I know Wannabe would probably vote. He hasn't played any of these other ones, so, if we imagined he was here, he would have voted for World of Warcraft as well.
I think if we add 3 points for first best and 2 points for second best.
Okay.
No, you can't do that. What are you doing?
Guild Wars 2 wins. Guild Wars 2 wins.
No.
I'm just happy that Rev wants Guild Wars 2 to win. Like that's what's the best part about this.
Okay, let's just move on. Okay, World of Warcraft wins that title.
Yeah, I think we can agree. At least 2 to 1. I think we can agree that World of Warcraft wins. But we can easily give Guild Wars 2 a second, right? We agree that Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, Guild Wars 2. Well, technically, Final Fantasy 14 would have gotten second.
No,
but...
I'm not letting that happen.
All right, we can give it to Guild Wars 2.
Okay, good. There we go. World of Warcraft wins. Close second to Guild Wars 2.
Okay.
Best new MMO. Best new MMO list is Dragon's Prophet, Final Fantasy, again, Realm Reborn, 14 Realm Reborn, Firefall, Defiance, Neverwinter, Darkfall, Unholy War, and Age of Wushu. Go for it, Rev.
What?
Go for it. Best new MMO.
These choices so hard. I'd probably pick Final Fantasy 14
Really?
and never. Yeah, yeah.
Make me sick.
It's You didn't give me
Why
a
would you
wide
pick?
variety
Here's the
of
thing, though, Rev. Here's the
choices.
thing. No, here's the problem I have when you pick Final Fantasy over at least for the last category, when you pick Final Fantasy over WoW, is all Final Fantasy is World of Warcraft with less content and better graphics. So I don't understand why you picked that. That's why I'm
Yep.
like, why would you go?
That's
for
why
it?
I gave it a second in the last category.
Hey, with hair, define gravity hairs. Is that how you say this? Gravity defying hair.
This is why we have you, though, Rev, because you really bring the
Exactly.
counter argument to our argument. I'm glad you're here.
Their hair defies gravity.
All
You
right,
don't
I'm
have
sorry
that
for
in WoW.
I'm sorry. I
Guild Wars
apologize
2.
on behalf of Rev for the
Hey, you
audience.
have it in Guild Wars 2, but not
Okay.
WoW.
So Rev has given his choice. Do we
To
move
fucking
on
Final
from
Fantasy.
that
Yeah, okay, yeah.
choice?
Oh wait,
It has
explain why
chocobos.
Final
You could
Fantasy.
customize chocobos. You
Okay.
could customize chocobos now.
Okay, cool. Let's give Z his turn
It's
now.
pretty cool.
Okay, nice Rev. Okay, Z.
Okay. So this is actually a hard one for me. Because I don't think any of the games in this category are particularly worthy of best new MMO, because I feel like that
I agree.
has to be a game that's both good and innovative, and Final Fantasy XIV is a polished game, but it's not innovative. It is WoW in the Final Fantasy world. And it shows because it was made by the guy who was one of the team members of Vanilla WoW.
Yeah, but Vanilla WoW sucked. Nobody actually
Yeah, but
brings that up, but it sucked back then.
a lot of people
Everyone,
would say that those were the good old days, and that
yeah,
it was
they
good.
say that out of nostalgia, but it sucked back then. It really
All right,
did.
anyways, moving on in terms of my choice, I feel like I'm gonna have to give it to Neverwinter, and the reason
Okay.
why is because Final Fantasy XIV, I feel like it didn't innovate, and the problem with Final Fantasy XIV is every game right now is coming out and saying, "Oh, tab targeting combat is bad and it's boring and all that crap."
Exactly. They're trying to
So
do something
we're
new
gonna,
now. They're all
yeah,
trying
we're
to come
gonna
up with
give
a new
like new
thing.
combat systems. And while I don't think Neverwinter is going to last, they did that. They came out with a combat that, at least for 40 levels out of the 60 levels, is enticing and interesting before it gets boring. And so just on the fact that they tried that, and now that they've fixed up a lot of the bugs after the official launch and everything, Neverwinter wins my game of the year. And a second would probably go to Firefall, because Firefall is I think it's also a game that's coming along. It's sort of been coming along for a long time, and now it's an open beta, so we can call it released. And I think they'll eventually get there, but for now, it's Neverwinter.
Oh, and Rev, what's your second? I don't think he gave a second. Did
Nothing.
he? You don't want to
on
give a
that
second
list
to
is for
anything here?
second. I think they
Okay.
are scum games. Yeah.
It lowers your chances of getting something to win, though. You know that, right?
What chances?
Because if we don't tie on
nothing
anything,
else to win. I just want Final Fantasy 14 to win.
okay, because it's not gonna win. That's why I was asking you.
Well,
Okay, add one or let me go, Rev. Add one or let me go.
Okay, I'm gonna pick a game I didn't play.
Okay, so my vote goes to Neverwinter as well. I'm also gonna pick Neverwinter for the same reason. Actually, not the same reason as Z. I'm looking at this list. I didn't like Final Fantasy. I played Dragon's Prophet. Didn't like it. Tried Firefall. That was fun, but I like Neverwinter more. Didn't even play Darkfall, Unholy Wars, Age of Bush. Didn't play these games. And out of those, like, Neverwinter was the one I had the most fun with right off the bat. I like the characters, I like the world, I like the combat system. Like, I couldn't think of very many things I didn't enjoy about it. I just stopped playing because I felt like I'd rather play like WoW or something at the time. And I agree with Z that I don't think it's gonna last. But if we're voting for best new game for this year, I do give it to Neverwinter for sure because of that. So yeah, Neverwinter wins. And what's second? I guess Firefall would be second, right? Because
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, Neverwinter and Firefall.
Yeah, I think that Final Fantasy XIV has a chance to win Best MMO in the future, but the problem is the only way I see that happening is really if Final Fantasy becomes the WoW for people who don't want to play WoW anymore.
No, that's a hard one because I consider Guild Wars the game that for people who don't want to play WoW.
Nah, I feel like Guild Wars is for people who don't like WoW.
Okay, you said it better. All right, yeah, I can live with that, and I agree with you. Final Fantasy could become a contender, but I don't know. Compared to next year's list, we'll get to that when we get to most anticipated.
Well, we'll see.
But
We said that about last year's list too.
Yeah, but last year's list was solid though. We had a solid list last year, didn't we?
No, but my point is like, everyone said Old Republic, Secret World, these are going to be the WoW killers. Guild Wars 2. None of them have done it. I mean, Guild Wars 2 is a successful game in its own right, but none of them have done what we all said they could do.
I mean, if Old Republic was on this list today, like on this list here, or Sacred World, I would have voted for them over these games. To be honest, that's what I'm saying. That's
Okay.
fine with you right now. That's what I mean.
All right, let's continue.
Best new multiplayer game: Call of Duty Ghosts, Battlefield 4, Hawken, Killzone Shadowfall, Warframe, Nether, and FIFA 14. Go for it, Rev.
I think all these games are pretty racist. I refuse to choose.
Rev, you have to pick one.
Okay, fine. I'll choose. I really like Nether. I'll go with Nether.
You don't want to go for
It's
FIFA
just really
14,
fun.
buddy? No, not a fan.
I think FIFA 14's second best, but I have to follow my heart.
Okay.
Okay.
And
what,
why
what do you like about Nether? Because I bet you most of our listeners have not heard of Nether.
It's an enjoyable open beta game. It's really fun. You get to run around and kill people. It's survival.
Okay, well, since that description...
Like, you could go out into the wilderness and say, hey, follow me, guys, and then stab me.
Okay.
I see. All right, nice. Wait, what would be your second, Rev? Your
He
second
said
would be FIFA.
FIFA 14.
I see. Okay. Z, what is your 1 and 2?
This is actually a pretty hard one for me because I'm not a fan of where Battlefield has gone. Call of Duty, I've never been a fan of Call of Duty multiplayer. I've always liked their single players, but not been a fan of their multiplayers. Preferred Halo. Hawken, I feel like, is just not fleshed out as a game. I'm gonna have to go with Warframe, with the second being FIFA 14, because again, I'm not a big FIFA multiplayer person. I prefer single player, so it doesn't really fall into this category. And I feel like Warframe was a good, fun game that they released that was an interesting new twist on a combination of shooter and RPG.
No, that's solid. I can live with that. Is that all you have to add?
Yep.
I am giving my vote to we took off Hearth. Yeah, we can give like notable mention to Hearthstone for sure. I mean, if you want to, Hearthstone was. I mean, if Hearthstone was allowed on this list, I would vote for it myself. But it's not.
Agreed.
Next year we might have we're gonna have Hearthstone because eventually it's gonna fucking come out. But until then, I'm going to vote for Call of Duty Ghosts as my first. I've never played Call of Duty. The first Call of Duty I ever played was Call of Duty 4 back on like PS3 or something. The Call of Duty that got the game going basically on the path that it's on now. I played that one and I never touched a Call of Duty since. Other than like playing at a friend's house or whatever. And Ghost was the first Call of Duty that I got that was actually my physical own personal copy that I actually tried to play and played multiplayer on, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I also got Battlefield at the same time, and Battlefield is also an excellent game, but I prefer Call of Duty's overall game style between the two.
Now, what's your second?
And my second would also be Warframe. So I think Warframe wins there.
Warframe wins, yes.
Yeah, Warframe wins. And I picked Warframe because I like the overall game. It's a little grindy. I admit it's a little grindy, but it's still kind of a beta-ish game. And since we're looking at new games, Call of Duty's been around and won plenty of fucking awards already. I'm kind of okay with not giving it to it. So it's like, in that perspective, I'm kind of okay with Warframe actually winning this category. So yeah, Warframe wins best new multiplayer game.
All right.
Rev, you have anything to add to that?
I think that's BS.
Rev's just upset because he's like losing all these categories.
That's not true. He won a TV show.
Did he?
Actually,
yeah, he won a TV show. That's right.
Guess, but yeah, I'm not too bad with that option of Warframe winning because it has swords, so I guess that's okay.
You might win Movie of the Year too, Rev. If I end up watching Hunger Games and liking it, I might sort of change my vote. So you might win that too. We'll see. That's up for debate. Now
all right.
We are
and
on to.
Now for a category where we're going to have to pick 3 games each because we're all going to vote for different games.
This one's going to be a fucking tough one for sure. And I'm pretty sure I can throw Wannabe into this one as a guess because we kind of know where he's going with this one. But
all right, let's just take it right off the bat. Wannabe is going to say Warlords of Draenor.
Yeah, he's going to vote for Warlords of Draenor for sure. He's not. I'm very sure he's not interested in any of these games other than. Yeah, he's not interested in any of these other than Warlords of Draenor. That's for sure the one he's most interested in. He might go for Elder Scrolls as a second, for sure, but Warlords of Draenor would be his first. But yeah, most anticipated games of 2014. It's
World of Warcraft expansion.
Oh,
next expansion.
Yeah, I figured.
But your turn, Rev. Go on. Oh wait, I didn't name it yet. Whoops.
Yep.
Most anticipated games of 2014: Elder Scrolls Online, WildStar, World of Warcraft: Warlords of Draenor, Destiny, Titanfall, Halo 5, Watch Dogs, EverQuest Next, Diablo 3: Reaper of Souls, Infamous Second Sons, The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt, Dragon Age Inquisition, Final Fantasy 15. It's 15, right? I don't have the number next to it.
You wrote as 6. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah,
it's 15, yeah. Project Spark and Kingdom Hearts 3. And we already clarified that Wannabe is probably going to go Warlords of Draenor, second being Elder Scrolls. What's yours, Rev?
I'd probably go with Elder Scrolls Online and Final Fantasy 15 as a two-way tie, and then third in line Diablo 3, although I'm not expecting much, but I still like to see it.
Predictable, Rev. I can read you like a book.
What? No, you didn't expect the tie. You didn't expect the tie.
Yeah, so I would complain about Rev assigning two ones, but we know 15's not going to get any other votes, so that's okay.
So yeah, it's okay. That's why we let it go.
Fine.
That's why we didn't jump in.
You guys don't like it.
So you get Elder Scrolls and... No, I'm fucking excited. Every single game on this list, Rev, I'm going to play day one except Diablo 3. That's the only game I'm going to wait for the console version. Every other game on this list, day one. So fuck you, Rev. But
okay, whatever. So I'm
Elder
also
Scrolls
excited.
What's your first two? Elder Scrolls and
Elder Scrolls Online and Final Fantasy 15.
Okay, all right. Okay. And why? And why? Tell us
you
why.
You want to give reasons?
Well, the reason I have Final Fantasy 15 tied with Elder Scrolls Online is because I was actually anticipating it before I even knew Elder Scrolls Online was even coming out. Like, it was way back. Like, info about it was released before Elder Scrolls Online was released. And,
so you're trying to tell us that they stole your idea, right?
Basically, no. It looks like a Kingdom Hearts. A Final Fantasy made Kingdom Hearts. Like, they took all the good features from Kingdom Hearts and they put it in Final Fantasy. And they also took all the good features from Final Fantasy 12 and put it in Final Fantasy 15. Made it like a new combat system than they've
I'm sorry, Rev. I stopped listening to you a little early on. I don't know what you said at the start of that.
Okay, whatever. Okay,
what did
because
you,
I'm not being Inspector Rev for once. Okay.
No, sorry. I looked around at something, and I'm sorry I didn't listen to the start. What did you say for the Elder Scrolls side of that?
For Elder Scrolls,
or did you say any? You didn't say anything about Elder Scrolls yet.
Well, it's Skyrim, basically. That's why.
Okay, I got confused. I blanked out for a second, and then you were on. Okay. Did he explain Z? I wasn't listening. I don't know. I think I might have cut him off.
I mean, not clearly, but I understand what he's saying. That basically he loves Elder Scrolls games, and therefore Elder Scrolls Online he feels like it's catering to him, which he likes.
I see. That's good. Okay, that's good.
He meant the Final Fantasy part, but okay.
And in Final Fantasy, you like the aspects that it took from Kingdom Hearts, and they kind of made like their own version of it. Anything else you want to add, Rev? You good with that?
I really like Diablo 3, but I'm not expecting much, as I said. But I'm hoping it's better.
No, solid 2. Solid 2 there, Rev.
But also, Dragon Age. I love Origins and
really?
I like that. I hope it's good.
You gave your 2, Rev. Let's move on.
We gave you 3, Rev. You're not gonna get. You're not gonna pick every single game. He's gonna tell us he likes Halo next. Like
another one. I'm also waiting.
I'm actually quite a big fan of Halo 5. I'm really.
Yeah, Halo 5 is such a good game. Actually, no, Halo 5 sucks.
Bullshit. We're about too bad. None of us are gonna vote for it. So fuck you, Rev.
Okay, good.
Okay, Z, you go. Your turn.
Okay. This was a really hard one for me because I've sort of followed a bunch of these games. I mean, down to the level of like the fact that Destiny for a while I was excited about. I was super excited for WildStar. Elder Scrolls, sort of, but at this point, most anticipated means the game I'm still looking forward to. And I sort of know what WildStar and Elder Scrolls are all about now, and I've sort of seen them. So the game I'm still most excited to learn more about, and every time they release news, I'm looking for it, is EverQuest Next. And so that's why EverQuest Next would take the most anticipated for me. Number 2 would have to go to WildStar. But again, it's less most anticipated because I've played it, I've been in the beta, I've seen all the videos, I sort of know what it is. And I feel like I will enjoy it, but I'm not as anticipating as much anymore as EverQuest because I know what it is. And, grass is always greener, so EverQuest Next is my most anticipated game.
Okay. As for me, this is easily the hardest category for me. I was basically gonna ride off what you guys say and probably just pick one, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick Destiny as my top one, and I picked Destiny as my top one because out of everything here, I said I played every single. I will be playing every single game here day one except Diablo, like I said. But Destiny is the only game I have pre-ordered on this list, which goes to show for something, I guess. So I'm voting for Destiny as my number one, but my number two is naturally going to be Elder Scrolls. And and my reason for picking Destiny, by the way, is because it's a Bungie title, which makes me excited, and it looks like it's going to be Halo in space. And the recent Halo games have kind of dropped out of their prestige when it comes to multiplayer. Like Call of Duty kind of has that shit on lockdown right now, so it's kind of tough for these games unless Halo 5 does something crazy amazing. Destiny kind of looks like that kind of shooter that I'm looking for, and Elder Scrolls for natural reasons because I like Skyrim a lot, and and all the guys are going to be playing it too. Elder Scrolls looks pretty cool, and I got to try the beta thanks to Z. So yeah,
Elder Scrolls it is then.
yeah,
Elder Scrolls wins
this
the
one.
award.
Did we all pick it for third? No, Wannabe
No.
would pick it for
I would have
second.
picked it. I would have picked it as third.
You would have picked it for third. I picked
Yeah.
it as second. Rev picked it as one. Wannabe would have picked it as two. All right, yeah. Elder Scrolls
It's just hard.
anticipated.
It's just hard for me to be anticipating it really because like I know when it comes out, I know a lot about it. At this point, I'm just sort of like, okay, when it comes out, I'll get it and I'll play it. But I'm not like, I'm not sitting at my computer getting emails about it going, oh, what's going to be released by the next day?
You're the one that got to play it the most too. Like you got into the beta pretty early on, so I understand your viewpoint on it. All right, so yeah, Elder Scrolls wins. I'm pretty happy with that. I can live with that. Now for our final category, this is probably our biggest category. Well, I think most anticipated is our biggest category, but Game of the Year, and the categories games are BioShock Infinite, GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto 5, Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, Call of Duty Ghosts, Battlefield 4, Pokemon X and Y, Fire Emblem Awakening, and The Last of Us, Tomb Raider, StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm, Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn. Take it away, Rev.
Pokemon.
Pokemon Y. See what I did there?
Yes.
Get it? See what I did? I said Pokemon Y.
Yeah,
Get it?
Pokemon Y.
See what I did there? Go on.
Because X.
Okay, it's on Rev. Explain why Pokemon, though. Oh, see, I did it again. Okay, go.
Because it's just a great game. Evolve. Yeah.
Did you what other games did you play on this list?
Let's see. I played Tomb Raider. I played The Last of Us. I played Fire Emblem.
You gotta pronounce every syllable.
Okay. Tomb Raider.
Good.
Tomb Raider.
And
It's,
obviously, I heard you were a fan of Fire Emblem as well. So, okay. Not as much as Tomb Raider, no?
It's kind of a tie between Fire Emblem and Pokemon.
Ah, I see. Okay. Okay. But you're
Pokemon.
maining Pokemon here.
Yeah, Pokemon for sure.
All right, Z, your turn.
Oh, this was a hard one for me because I don't feel like any good games came out this year.
Completely agree with you. Completely.
I mean, there are games I greatly enjoy, like FIFA 14 that came out this year, and like things like that. But I don't feel like they're great games, and therefore I don't feel like they qualify for Game of the Year. The same with like Nether and Warframe and Archblade.
It sounds like you're reading my mind, Z. Continue.
So looking at it over, I mean, I feel like this year was really about the consoles coming out. BioShock Infinite, not a big fan of the BioShock series. Good game, but not going to give Game of the Year to a game that has very little replayability. GTA 5, massively overhyped. Feels like the same thing with Black Flag and Ghost and everything. So this is going to surprise people, but I'm going to go with Pokemon X and Y.
Okay.
I feel like it has the most replayability. It's the most complete. I actually, specifically after I was shown this list, talked to a friend and played it on their 3DS to play a little bit of it and just get a feel. And the fact that the genre is still alive and going, how can I not give it to Pokemon X and Y?
Hell, I'd say it's growing, getting bigger.
Yeah.
Plot twist! Ah, shit. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree with you completely, though, Z, when it comes to this list. Like, there are great games here, but nothing that I would compare as Game of the Year. Like, nothing I feel comfortable with going Game of the Year. Originally, when I came up with this list, I didn't even have a Game of the Year on it. And it was back when it was just supposed to be me. You guys weren't even supposed to be there. I just took Game of the Year completely off because I didn't think any game deserved game of the year.
There's no Skyrim.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. There's no Skyrim. There's like BioShock is pretty fucking good, but I mean it's just a single player story driven game. You know, it's like I feel like if any one of these games were to come out last year or the year before, they wouldn't even be considered on that list. You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't be. It would be it'd be the last year's top 3 games and then all these games.
I feel like the game that comes close is Black Flag, but the problem is Assassin's Creed has just lost so much of its originality that at this point it really has become a single player story based game. You know, the whole being able to explore shit is just not the same anymore.
And Black Flag is really fun, but again, I agree with you on it. It's like it's kind of what we've seen already. And with that, I am also going to give it to Pokemon X and Y. I guess fucking Pokemon wins. I was going to give it to Pokemon based on what you guys say. I mean, depending on I was going to move my decision based on what you guys picked because I was kind of a little on both sides with this one. But since you both picked Pokemon, I'm going to go with Pokemon too. I think Pokemon X and Y was an excellent game. It's the first Pokemon that's done something very different, which is make it 3D. This is the first 3D Pokemon game. I mean, I don't know. It really is pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it.
Mega evolutions and stuff like that.
Yeah, new Pokemon. It's the same overall game as the previous ones, but they added all this new stuff that is kind of cool. And the genre as a whole is just growing. I don't think it's going anywhere. So yeah, Pokemon X and Y, fucking game of the year. Fucking curveball right there.
And it's also a sign that it was unanimous. That all 3 of us picked the same game really is a sign that not only were there not any good games, but that it was deserving of Game of the Year, because we disagreed on every other category.
We did. We constantly had. We kind of agreed with seconds and stuff, but never a straight win for first. So I think that is a pretty solid
Pokemon
answer.
definitely came.
Pokemon is pretty good.
This year. It improved
It's a
the
great
most
game.
over the other games.
Okay, that's it. That's the end of the video.
definitely.
As always, please subscribe, rate, and comment if you guys are interested in seeing more videos like this. Leave a comment explaining, telling us what you want to see. We'll make more of this kind of stuff. And that's about it. Darkster out. Peace.
Peace. Penis.